Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Overwatch Apple Cup. My name is Aspire, your host and organizer for this tournament, and I would like to proudly announce that we have finally arrived at the grand finals of the inaugural Apple Cup tournament. As we kick off the fifth and final day of this tournament, we have one spectacular match lined up for you all. The EU Titans, known as the United Water Consumers, will be facing off against the NA Juggernauts, known as Fight Club, in our grand final match. These teams have shown dominating performances in our tournament thus far, and as this is the first time that these teams will be playing against each other in the tournament, we will finally see which team has the strength to come out on top and claim the coveted Apple Cup title. Will it be the United Water Consumers from the East or Fight Club from the West? Now, to go over some details about this match, it will be a first of four, otherwise known as a best of seven style format. That means that the first team to win 4 maps in this series will win the match. The map rotation, as a reminder, goes Control, then Hybrid, then Escort, then Push, then Flashpoint, and then we loop back to Control if more maps need to be played. Now, after the first 3 maps of this match, we will go into halftime. At halftime, we will be hosting an exhibition match between, which is a Widowmaker headshot only 1v1 between Doomsucker from Fight Club and Juzo from the United Water Consumers. We thought that this would be a fun little match to give some excitement to our viewers at home. Please note that the outcome of this 1v1 will not affect the score of either team in the match. It is done purely for fun and the enjoyment for all you viewers back home. I think I've done enough talking for now, since I know you all are excited and as hyped as I am to get into this match. So without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the grand final match of the inaugural Apple Cup tournament, the United Water Consumers versus Fight Club. And what I will do right now is I will introduce the players from both teams, starting with the captain of the United Water Consumers. We have Juzo, the May God. With the Flex DPS from United Water Consumers, we have Boy Twink, otherwise known as Ketamine Coffee. The tank from the UWC, we have Eend, the Junker Queen. Well, Queen. From UWC, we have Brownie Star, the Moira God. And from Snell, we have the Lucio God. From UWC, we have Snell, the Lucio God. My apologies. And from Fight Club, we have the Sojourn God, Doomsucker. From Fight Club, we have the May and Sigma God, Texrin. From Fight Club, we have Overclocked or Reese, the Tank Supreme. From Fight Club, we have Minnesota, the Kiriko and Flex Support God. And lastly, we have Cartoon Blaze, the main support God. Please, chat, give it up for your 2 teams, the UWC and Fight Club, in our grand finals match of the Apple Cup tournament. Now, as we get into the match, I'd like to hand it over to our casters, which will be Neon Leon 935 and T-Drop. So, guys, take it away. What are your predictions for this match?
I think I speak on behalf of everyone. Everyone who's in this call right now, everyone who's in the chat. We want to see this go to distance. We want 7 maps. I'm going to have to give an edge to UWC, though. I think from the games that we've seen UWC play so far this tournament, these guys have looked unstoppable. I don't think Fight Club are going to go down, ironically enough, without a fight, but I think UWC are going to have too much for them in the long run.
I think me and Leon can both speak from experience, having faced both of these teams. And at least for me, I gotta say UWC were quite more of a challenge for us, at least.
I think
so
UWC
I think Fight Club's
will
gonna have to get all the aces from their sleeves to win this match.
I think Fight Club are going to have to delve deep into that bag of tricks and pull something out that we maybe haven't seen from them all tournament yet. But I'm intrigued to see where this one goes.
It's gonna be a hell of a show for sure.
Yeah. So ahead of our first matchup, is there any sort of individual duels that you look at between these teams, between players that you think is going to play like a big part in how the matchup goes at all?
Well, since the nerf to Mauga, don't expect him to see him that often. So, I know Ian, he's been trying to practice his screen. I'm expecting maybe a brawling matchup here, maybe Queen versus
Yeah,
Queen,
I'm
some
yeah, I may be
reaction on both
expecting Queen
sides.
mirrors here.
For sure. But on, I guess Antarctic Peninsula is our first map. On some of the maps like Labs, the underground map, there's some high ground differences that you need to take, so you might also see some dive comps.
I mean, I think one thing's for absolute certain: this match is going to be a bloodbath, for sure. I don't think this is going to be end up
Yeah.
going one-sided at all. I think we are going to have back and forths, but those back and forths, I think, may favor into Fight Club's hands a little bit. We saw yesterday, particularly, when they were playing us, these guys like a scrappy affair. I think if they can throw UWC off their rhythm and the way in which we know UWC have liked to play throughout this tournament, then I think we could see possibly what you would maybe call an upset.
Oh
But
yeah.
it's going to be close. I definitely think this is going to be a close one.
I hope it will be, for the sake of the chat and all the viewers. But I guess we'll have to see what's gonna happen.
I mean, going into Antarctic Peninsula, do you think this is a map that favors one of these two sides more than the other?
I would say it may actually favor UWC if they also tend to use their Symmetra dive and their May walls. I think they can be strong on this map.
I think it depends a lot on what points come out first.
Yeah.
I don't know this map well enough to know what the individual stages are called, but the one that you can see displayed on your screen right now, if we get this one, I think this very much would go in favour of the UWC, but we're never going to count out Fight Club at all. These guys, they're here for a reason.
They're ready to adapt to all challenges.
Absolutely. UWC haven't really had to come off plan A, really, at all this tournament.
I think we should be getting for the map to start soon.
I think we're maybe seconds away, ladies and gentlemen.
And I see the chat also is in favor of UWC winning the match. And here we go into the map. Match 1, round 1.
It looks as though we are going over to this point, which we briefly discussed in thinking that this could go over in the favour of the UWC, so I'm intrigued to see where this goes. I'm also intrigued to see what comps we initially see come out from both teams.
Just like we thought, the Queen matchup and May.
Yeah, we were thinking a Queen mirror. I'm intrigued to see how this is going to work out with Soda running on the Kiri as opposed to the Moira Lucio. Not having a cleanse in a Junker Queen comp, I think, can be a little bit of a dangerous game here if you're UWC. Yeah. But I'm intrigued to see how this goes. But the gates are open, and away we go, ladies and gentlemen. Map 1 of your grand finals of the inaugural Apple Cup tournament are underway. Both teams going to have a little jockey for position here. End landing a knife straight away, but Fight Club getting dismantled by Boy Twink's Junkrat immediately, and that's going to be fight 1 and done. Boy Twink opening up with a clinic on Junkrat to start with.
Man, I was sort of barely getting out of a lot of that one.
No. That was over before it even began. You have to wonder, is that going to rattle the confidence of Fight Club early days?
I almost even missed that. That was so quick.
Yeah. Immediately, we're going to see the Sojourn come out from Doomsucker, and we know how dangerous you can be on this Sojourn.
Overclock getting kind of
taking a
ahead of
straight headshot,
himself.
getting a little bit low. Shao is already out from Overclock. This is a big tool to have lost already, and it looks like Cryo from Texren. Fight Club really getting the resources worn down before they can even walk up in any capacity.
It looks like they're waiting for something.
Yeah, they're waiting for a pick, and not quite the one they were hoping to see in that kill feed by any means.
Overclock being
gonna
walled
go low
off
from that
and
concussion
falling.
line. Overclock going down as well, and the nade as well coming out.
UWC going to finish the job.
Yeah, UWC going in really deep here, trying to clean up anything they can for a little bit of extra stagger. I mean, immediately, we haven't even really seen Fight Club be able to get going. They haven't been able to get any kind of positioning advantage at all. And you have to be worried here
hesitating.
now. Yeah, like Overclocked as well, going dangerously low before even getting into position.
They seem to be trying to turn the map on them
Good
now.
knife on the text rate. We're going to
It's
see
a
the
good start for them. Rampage out
The
by
Annihilation
Ian.
comes out. It's a big purple, but the cleanse comes out. But Fight Club dropping dangerously low. Nano boost online, but not going to be used in this situation. And we are already down into last fight territory, pretty much, for round 1 on Antarctic Peninsula for Fight Club.
It was so close to taking the point there. They had a great attempt at taking the other side.
Brownie. Somebody unbind my friend's Q key. That's a misclick.
I think Brownie just celebrating early, maybe.
Yeah, who knows? It could be a bit
Intimidation.
preemptively, but we're going to see ults come online here. If there's ever a fight in which Fight Club are going to win, it's this one. But they need to even get a touch first. Barrier's going to come out from south. Overclock getting frozen out, getting nano to keep himself alive. Riptire comes out, takes down Cartoon Blaze. Overclock dangerously low, still has the nano applied. Doomsucker 1% away from Overclock, doesn't get to use it, gets shut down by Ian before the Overclock can even come out. And I think that's going to be all she wrote for round 1. That's a 100-0. UWC with a statement of intent on round 1.
What a turnaround, though. I thought they had that fight.
Absolutely. Okay, so T, your Fight Club in this situation, you've just been shut out 100-0 and you didn't really even get a chance to get going at all. What are you thinking here? What are you saying to your team?
Well, I want to assess what the weakness of their team is, or what the weakness of our team is, and try to abuse that. Either if it's our weakness, and try to change that, or abuse the enemy's weakness. And in this case, I think they were kind of hesitant and not really engaging fast enough. And Cartoon kind of got ahead of their team and got walled off by themselves.
Fight Club are putting a lot of faith in either Texren or Doomsucker to basically get some kind of pick before engaging, and they're just going to lose the poke battle to a Junkrat May, in my opinion, in that sort of situation.
I think they should make a decision and stick to it.
Round 2. We're going to see Lifeweaver come out from Cartoon Blaze right now. UWC taking a good position, jockeying over point. It's probably going to allow them benefit in getting first cap when the point unlocks in about 5 seconds from now.
Holding that platform pretty well.
Overclock stepping up. Stepping up to point, taking a lot of damage, but takes down Boy Twink. That's a big pick off.
You see deep in enemy lines, but nobody notices them.
Down as well. Overclock saying, fine, I will just take it into my own hands.
There we go. Fight Club taking the first cap of this round.
Fight Club needed just one team fight win to instill a bit of confidence, get themselves going a little bit.
Brownie trying to run away. Barely managing to.
So if you're UWC, what do you look for here? Juzu immediately taking a headshot of some capacity, going dangerously low early on.
Yeah, I don't want to die early here.
Position themselves in a better way to not be funneled into Junkrat spam. Boy Twink didn't really get a whole lot of space to work with. That's going to be a big knife.
Moving in on the back line there.
Again going down at the hands of Overclocked.
User dropping down by themselves.
Textrain going low. Life Grip comes out. Overclock might go down here. He's dangerously low. That's a big tree. Kitsune Rush comes out as well. Blizzard from Texren. This is a deep, deep investment if you're Fight Club, but if it's going to win you the fight, you're okay with it.
They're holding their ground on this point. They don't want to give it up.
You're okay with that, with the investing of 3 ults, because you still have a Rampage with no cleanse on the other team, and you still have an Overclock available. The UWC, though...
So far.
Yeah, UWC, if anything, really need to put some pressure onto Soda here and try and force out, in my opinion, the Suzu to allow Eames to basically get a free rampage off. Overclock's going to come out from Doomsucker, ironically enough. That's going to be confusing throughout the course of this tournament. That's a big rampage from Eend. Soda, first one to drop at the hands of Juicy from a May headshot. We love those icicles. Hey, he's right in territory around these sort of parts. Casting Blaze getting pressured really low. Eend's going to take him out. Texra next to drop, I think. Doomsucker 1 as well on the point. He's going to go down at the hands of Eend, and Eend is sending a message of his own. Eend absolutely dismantling Fight Club right now.
I feel like we're in London right now, the way they're getting knifed.
Yeah. Eend is maybe preparing himself for map 2 of King's Row already. He's getting right in the mood for it.
Oh yeah, I can feel it coming already. Oh, I
The
still would
thing
love
is,
to
if
see
you're Fight
Midtown
Club
being
here,
played
you
down.
need one fight. You need one fight. You would have to assume that these guys are aware that they probably have a Blizzard, they probably have a Riptide. Do you just try and get ults out and come again?
Yeah, that might be the best approach
go
here,
for a
but everyone
rampage.
gets anti.
No cleanse. Snarl dangerously low. Boy Twink next to fall as well. And it's going to be near enough.
Dropping
Eend
like
is the last alive.
flies. Somebody poisoned the water, it seems.
Yeah. And this is what we were saying going into map 1 of this round. Not running that cleanse in a Junker Queen mirror is going to put you at a little bit of a disadvantage, and that's a first-hand experience as to why. We are 1 apiece, ladies and gentlemen.
It's still anyone's game.
This is anyone's game.
This may be the point where we see some comp switching.
Yeah, Juzu looks like he's going over to the Symmetra. It looks as though there's going to be a whole lot of changes from UWC's side, seeing Symmetra, Bastion, and Batiste all coming out. Batiste, Lucio with Junker Queen. I like this from UWC. If you're not going to run a cleanse because you maybe don't have someone comfortable on the Kiriko, then an Immortality field is probably the next best thing you could ask for.
Yeah, that can save your life quite a lot.
Yeah. I think the Symmetra is going to be the interesting pick here. Can the Juzu and Boy Twink be on the same page enough to use that teleporter to get him around and into positions to cause Fight Club some problems? Looking for a knife pull out here, I think, is in. That's a big carnage. 2-second cooldown on that. That's going to be up and about again.
Oh.
Eend is absolutely farming some ultimate charge right now. 50%, and the point hasn't even unlocked.
That was devastating.
That was... wow. I don't think Fight Club are anticipating seeing a Symmetra Bastion on the other side of the field.
No, surely not.
Doomsucker's going to make a change. We're going to see Sojourn go away for now, and we're going to see the Bastion Mirror come out now. So near enough identical, like, quite similar comps in the way in which these two want to play right now. Clock going to go down early, and that's going to be the go sign for UWC. UWC looking for a full cleanup here. And Eend again just running at these guys with absolutely no fear. Lifeweaver, I'm afraid, buddy, you're going to be the last one to the respawn chamber.
These fights are so quick, you cannot blink at any moment.
Yeah, these fights are, they're very, very fast-paced, and it's a case of... I think this is what UWC want. UWC know that with the comp that they're running compared to Fight Club, there's more utility from the supports available on the other side, so end the fight quick. Speaking of...
Use your first pick again.
For that one. Doomsucker going to go down. That's going to be at least another 10% before he's back in the fight. They're not even allowing time for the supports to get their utility in the mid-fight. We're going to see a Rampage available here as well from Eend, as well as this Photon Barrier from Juzu.
It's a failed May wall there, unfortunately.
But we do have both support ults available on the side of Fight Club, but they're coming up on both on the side of UWC. The Kitsune Rush from Soda comes out first.
Rushing in.
Eend is going to get taken down, but they lose Doomsucker in the process. The Sim Wall might prove the difference maker here. It's not going to make the Kitsune Rush as effective as it otherwise could be.
No, they're scared to push this. The Bastion behind the wall.
He's coming up on a Rampage. If he can pop this now. Amplification Matrix coming out from Snao. Blizzard coming out as well from Texren. And these guys are just... everyone is throwing their ultimates out to this. This is going to be a slugfest of one. Snao, one shot. Purple goes up the high ground. May just get away. He is. Boy Twink coming out with the Bastion ult, looking for a pick-off. finds Cartoon Blaze. Overclock goes down as well. It's 99% to 0 right now on the point. I think Eend may have just made it back, and I think UWC are going to take this one.
cleaning up their backline.
Boy Twink, oh my word. And that is map 1. UWC standing tall, standing upright, and making themselves known on Antarctic Peninsula.
Also a great match.
If that's a sign of things to come, ladies and gentlemen, I think we could well be going the distance. So our next map, we're going to be moving over onto Hybrid, and throughout the entire tournament, if anyone's one for predictions or betting, we've seen pretty much King's Row near enough every single time, so I'll be intrigued to see if we maybe see them go somewhere else, because we know how UWC, how strong they are on these brawl comps. Do Fight Club try and take them somewhere where they're not going to be as effective? What do you think, T?
Well, I just want to say, I really want to see some different maps other than King's Row. I'm kind of sick of it already. But yeah, depending on the map they pick, I think they have like one comp in mind that they're going to try.
Well, I hate to break it to you, T, but it looks as though the decision from Fight Club is that we're going to King's Row.
Well, I knew it was coming.
I don't know how much I agree with this if I'm Fight Club. We've seen how devastating both these sides can be, especially on King's Row, so it's a case of I don't feel like this map pick necessarily gives you an edge. But I've been wrong before. Many times, in fact. So let's see where we go. But if you're Fight Club coming into map 2, the two maps that you essentially lost on Antarctic Peninsula, you got 99 to 0'd. What are you thinking going into this? Do you have a set plan? Do you have any kind of secret strategy that you maybe want to come out with? T, obviously, ourselves, we know we've bust out a couple of different variations of things on King's Row throughout the course of the tournament.
Yes.
I don't know whether we're going to see something unique here or whether we're possibly just looking at a Queen Mirror again. It looks as though early days we're looking at a Queen Mirror again.
I'm starting on the Widow on top. Might be scoping out the competition here.
Yeah. It doesn't look as though UWC are opting to change anything, and you can't really blame them for that fact.
Well, yeah, they feel confident, and if it ain't broken, don't fix it, you know?
Hexren swapping over to the Symmetra as well.
I hope to see some interesting TPs here.
Is this something that they're going to stick with? The Widow, I would imagine, is probably going to look for an initial pick, and then we maybe see Doomsucker go back over to his Sojourn. But I'm intrigued to see where we go with this Symmetra. Are they going to look for back apartments? Are they going to look for high ground? What are we going to look for?
Swapping over to the Reaper.
Yeah, oh,
Maybe comes out early, trapping nobody.
Wall is already down from Juzu. That's big. That's your go sign here. So they're going to go high ground.
Or two of them drop down.
I'm not sure how great that TP... I think they should have maybe gone for apartments, but we'll have to wait and see. Doomsucker heading into bottom apartments now.
That Junksam's gonna be annoying to them.
It looks as though they got 3 members up. Eend has just come up. I think he got walled up by his May. Boy Twink, first one to fall at the hands of Overclock, which is a big pick-off to lose. Snau going to be next to fall. I think if you're UWC, you need to just get the hell out of Dodge if you can at this point. Brownie fighting for her life at Doomsucker's hands, but unfortunately that music ain't quite loud enough to distract a Reaper. Eend going to be the last one. And that is going to be point A in the hands of Fight Club. Boy Twink still being a little bit of a nuisance up top in that top apartment, but you know, Junkrat being Junkrat, he's born to be a nuisance. Snau, gotta be careful here. Gotta be seriously careful. Doomsucker with no fear, just running at what is the remnants of UWC. Juzu up top, trying to get a little bit of poke, building up towards that blizzard. That's gonna be online in this fight.
Are they going to use it, Dom?
Overclock playing really quite aggressively up, trying to take control of this bookstore, and I like this positioning here. He's 1 HP.
Ooh,
The Rampage is going to come out. Overclock is going to die to the bleed out, which is really unfortunate. Texra next to fall, alongside Soda, Cartoon Blaze and Doomsucker, the only ones remaining. And there goes Cartoon Blaze and I think Doomsucker. Doomsucker is the only one who's living to tell the tale, and well, Reaper's barely alive to begin with, but...
Seems to have a new plan in mind,
really
taking
good
the high
about this
ground here.
Yeah, you're feeling good about this though if you're UWC. You want to fight from essentially just a Queen ult, but Snarl immediately getting picked off. Ian playing really aggressive here. He's going to get punished. Sound Barrier coming out, Blizzard coming out from Juzu, Texran going to fall at the hands of Brownie. Ian picking off Overclocked. Soda next one to fall as well. Doomsucker falling, and it looks like that's a full team wipe. UWC standing tall once more with only a Blizzard for investment.
It seems Fight Club is fighting like a lightning right now, trying to take the path of least resistance.
Yeah, but wherever they go with resistance is either icicles, bombs, or a very, very upset Australian lady there. Riptide going to come out from Boy Twink. Brownie is the first one to fall at the hands of Overclocked. Ian picks up Overclocked. Cartoon takes down the Riptide from Boy Twink. That's huge. Amplification Matrix is coming out on both sides. Boy Twink going down the hands of Soda.
Mission.
Ian taking a lot of damage from that those amplified Hellfire shotguns from Fight Club. They're going to just have to give a little bit of space here. As long as they don't get greedy and get picked off, they can have one more fight. But Ian's getting pushed dangerously low here. That's a big wall to save him. The Immort Field coming out as well. Sound Barrier from Brownie to keep him alive. Death Blossom comes out from Doomsucker. Not finding a whole lot. Cartoon Blaze down at the hands of Boy Twink. And oh my lord, it's a bloodbath.
They turned that around pretty quickly.
Yeah, I can talk, ladies and gentlemen. I cannot talk fast enough to keep up with that kill feed. That is
I don't think nobody can, but that's Eminem.
Yeah.
Might have to get him on here.
Yeah, Rap God who?
I'm interested to see what they're going to try next, though.
No, Fight Club's still with 2.5
gonna
minutes,
run it down main.
Like no ultimate song like that. Snarl goes down early at the hands of Texred. That's a big pick-off.
He's popping the Blizzard again.
Blizzard coming out.
Tex looking in danger with them.
Ian goes down at the hands of Doomsucker. Soda still trying to make something happen on this Lucio. Gets walled out. Juzu goes down to the hands of Cartoon Blaze right now. Two hiding up top right now. They need to be very careful. We know how Junkrat can be dangerous in these close corridors. And they flush these two out.
They don't want to push that.
No, but they don't need to. Brownie, I hate to say it, but we're going to call that a Charlie Niner on your part. Yuzu now going to be next to get picked off. And Fight Club making the most of this additional space they're being given here.
Ian seems to be in the clear, though.
Yeah, we're coming into third point now with only a Riptire online for UWC and both support ults available on the side of Fight Club.
This is usually the point where we see defender side coming
Brownie
back
goes
and
down
holding
to
for
the
a
hands
long
of
time.
Overclock. That's another big pick-off.
Ooh, Overclock going deep.
Riptire coming out from Boy Twink finds Soda. Overclock 1 HP going down to Juzu now. Texran going to fall on the hands of Ian, but Snarl goes down to Texran. I don't think it's going to matter in the long run. Or is it? Batista
He seems still trying to fight this off. 2v5, but...
Once allies, now enemies on the same team, but they're falling at the same time.
Bit of a stagger there, but... Nothing too bad, I suppose.
No. Well, with a Reaper and a Batiste together, it's always somewhat doable with that. We're going to have a lot of ults available here on both sides, so ladies and gentlemen, something tells me your screen may about to become a little bit colourful with no real idea as to what's going on, but we're all here for it. That's why we love Overwatch. Wall coming out on both sides.
Juzu's saving themselves.
Juzu's saving himself with his own wall. Very well played. There comes the Blizzard.
Everyone's pressing Q.
Barrier, Blossom, Queen ult, both Queen ults. Ian, 1 HP going down, Juzu going down, Brownie going down as well. Fight Club may just be able to walk this in.
Alive and last to go to spawn.
Twink, last one to fall at the hands of Overclocked. Brownie looking for a stagger here, but not even going to get to it. Ball coming out from Ian. Juzu coming out. Boy Twink on Sombra as well. I think this may just be delaying the inevitable. Brownie
Well,
can't
every
quite
second
make it there.
counts. And they
1
got a few
minute
more out of
12.
that.
1 minute and 12 seconds in the time bank for Fight Club. Full capping King's Row.
I mean, you never know. Those couple seconds stagger might win in the game after all.
One thing that we can look at here is, like, Fight Club can take a little bit of reprieve now from having attacked first, finishing with over a minute. They know at the very least, whatever happens, even if UWC full cap, they will get another round on attack. They can take a little bit of solace in that fact. So they can know that all they have to really do is just play to drain the clock down. Let's see what they go with. Eend may be coming out on a Ramatra now.
Interesting.
Do you
I think we've
this is
seen
a
him
sign
play
of...
that.
Yeah, we have. I don't think we've seen Eend play this at all. Do you think this is something because he's losing confidence in the Junker Queen mirror, or because he thinks it's just a better answer to Overclocked?
I think maybe both, actually. They did mention they're just experimenting with the Queen comp. So I believe they may have given up hope in that tactic. They might try something else. And it may outwork in their favor. But only time will tell. User also starting on the Widow here, trying to get a pick early.
Yeah. Doomsucker coming out on Reaper for defense. I'm not sure how popular this would be among a lot of people. Overclocked immediately taking a headshot at the hands
Nice
of Juzu.
shot.
And Ian getting
Taking that fight to
absolutely
the
shredded.
statue.
That Omnic very nearly getting sent to the scrap heap. Junker Queen would approve. Playing very aggressive, taking a lot of poke here at the hands of this Ramatra. 50% online to the Annihilation already. Immortfield is out from Cartoon Blaze. That's a big tool to have off the field. And this might be UWC's go sign. Cartoon Blaze falls at the hands of Juzu. Juzu being a menace in the backline with that Widowmaker. Texren, next one to fall at the hands of Boy Twink, and I think this may be point A, going the hands of the UWC.
Falling back to the hotel and taking a nap.
And
Well, they get transported back to spawn.
Eend already with an Annihilation online.
Maybe it's smart to cut it out early to build up the next one.
Juzu looking for a very cheeky Widow angle on the back alleys here of King's Row. I mean, it's not quite the knife that London are used to, but they'll hurt just as well.
Usually being suppressed by the
Coming out
mace
from
sniping.
Overclocked, just looking for positioning, trying to flush Juzu out, I think. Wraithfall
Walls
out on
are
Boy
up.
Twink. We're gonna see walls that come out from Juzu now. Fight Club a little bit split off right now. I don't know whether this is something they're happy to have happen. Cartoon Blaze, Annihilation out from Ian. Lamp comes out. Cartoon Blaze absolutely one-shot, gets away with the help of the Exo Boots. That technology comes in handy. The future is now, folks.
Ooh. You do see with a great starter, but they get swooped back into their spawn.
The Annihilation from Ian not really getting a whole lot of anything. Cartoon Blaze getting away by the skin of his teeth. We are going to see Nano Boost
took
online
advantage of them
though,
being
for now.
split up, but didn't quite work out for them.
You think we're going to maybe look at seeing a...
Oh, user with a big wall.
Coalescence
tried
from
that
Brownie Star,
before.
Amplification Matrix. Boy
All
Twink,
ults
Death
are
Blossom
out.
finds nothing. Everyone is pressing Q right now, and it looks as though it's going to go in favor of the UWC.
Wow.
Near enough a complete, clean slate as far as ultimates go, aside from a Doomsucker Death Blossom on the field.
Seems Ian and user staggering up in front.
Juzu
Trying to
getting a
hold the team
decent amount of
back.
poke here. We're going to see a Blizzard in the mid-fight here from Juzu be available just because of this poke that he's gained. Well, if he doesn't get taken down now, I spoke too soon, Juzu. I'm sorry, commentator's curse. I'll pay you $5 for it later.
Pointing one icon, dropping down on the
Ian
support
getting walled
backline.
out here by Texran. Great bit of play.
Seems they may be
Boy Twink
falling
knifed
back
in,
to fight
no
another
raid,
day.
trying to TP away to safety. Doesn't get out. Texran saying, hold this for me, buddy. So now that's Grandma, you're not going to be fast enough, I don't think. Nope, you're going to have a little bit of a dent in your head for that one.
And it seems that Farbush won't be punished as well.
Yeah.
Worked out well for Fight Club. Doomsucker getting on the icon, maybe setting up for another ult.
Doomsucker doesn't have a whole lot on the other team to worry about in regards to this. Oh, if the Doomsucker in a really good
he
position, but
gets
Juzu
found.
scouts him out.
They just smelled that.
Is he going to get punished now? Eend, Annihilation on the point, takes down Soda. Blizzard coming out from Texren. Eend going to get taken down because of it. Doomsucker still with this ult online. Is he going to drop it? 50 HP. Doesn't look like it's going to be needed. Brownie next to full. Overclock going to take a little bit of a nap. You've earned it, son. You've had a hard tournament. It's been a long few games.
Usually it's not making it back alive. But usually going in by themselves.
This is a very ambitious May block. The Blizzard comes out, but it's not going to catch anyone. Juzu, I think you'd rather have that one back in your pocket. Overclock, gonna go in with the Rampage right now. Getting chunked down. Doomsucker, big Death Blossom, taking out the backline of the UWC. And UWC needing to really go back to the drawing board, I think, a little bit here.
Quite a few ults spent in that fight alone.
We've basically just seen UWC pop a Coalescence and a Blizzard to no real avail at all.
I've also noticed that whenever Ian pops their Annihilation, it also always gets countered by a Blizzard, by Texren.
Yeah. And I think Ian just picked up on this. Going back over to the Queen. Amplification Matrix coming out from Cartoon Blaze. Texren finding the pick onto Brownie again. Brownie having a really rough time with these amp matrices. Catching everything that comes through them like they're playing catch with their parents when they're younger. It's now next to full. Eend probably going to follow soon after. This is really clean play right now from Fight Club.
Sure is. Last minute on the clock.
60 seconds to go to get to point C and give yourself a little bit more time in the bank to work with. What are you made of, UWC? I must say,
water, I suppose.
They're looking a little bit parched at the minute, UWC. Overclock. We're not going to talk about that one. Rampage comes out from Eend. Manosoda gonna pop the sound barrier.
Nano
Boy,
Blossom.
Two and the Immortality Field with a Death Blossom. That is what they needed. The Nano Boost assist, I think, going over to Snau for that one.
I don't think the Fight Club's gonna touch that one again.
No.
But you never know.
The Boy Twink, and let's definitely not forget Snau. Give a big assist over for the Nano Boost on that one.
What a great combo. It's super destructive. And they touch in time.
The
Blizzard is out.
The Blizzard!
It's not over.
3. Texren finding 2 with the help of the Blizzard. Eend still up, gets purple. Boy Twink purpled as well. And UWC are going to fall right before point B. And ladies and gentlemen, London is the home of Fight Club.
Fight Club snatching that victory right in front of their noses.
Yeah, you could argue it's a case of UWC maybe snatching defeat from the jaws of victory, even.
Maybe.
We're going to see a play the game here from Eend on Junker Queen. And we are going at map 3, 1 apiece.
Speaking of P, there's a quick P break, it seems.
Ladies and gentlemen, go and refresh your water bottles. Go and do what you need to do. We'll be back very soon with map 3, hopefully, on Escort, which will be the choice of UWC for the map.
Leon, can you smell that? I can smell some tortillas, some maybe floated dip. Boy, you're
Someone
cooking up your own
someone is
Dorado.
cooking. Someone is cooking, and something tells me it's these two teams.
Oh, I hope so. I want to see some new thought-of tactics
Yeah,
playing in this game.
yeah.
Unseen
Who's getting put
secrets.
into a tortilla?
Oh,
Sigma
Text going on
and
Sombras.
Sombra immediately being shown on the side of Fight Club.
maybe interesting.
And we saw how devastating Overclocked in particular was on the Sigma yesterday on Havana. Zen,
Yeah, of course,
Sombra,
Sigma is
Sigma coming
destructive.
out. And it looks as though UWC opting to very much stick with the cards they've been playing.
Well, like I said before, if it ain't broken, I'll fix it, you know?
Well, you could argue it broke a little bit just now on King's Row. There's a dent in the armor of UWC.
Well, just want to try the luck again on this next map.
I think that map that UWC just dropped on King's Row is the first map this tournament that they've dropped.
I think maybe Texan's going far in the back. Looking for an opening to catch someone off guard, maybe.
Overclock, just trying to get a little bit of poke in here. Tex set up on the high ground right now, deep in the lines of UWC. Interesting to see
Just
what
waiting
he's
in the
waiting for
shadows.
here.
Yeah,
I think he's
they
maybe waiting to get an isolated
find out
fight
this
with
is Sombra.
Juzu or either Boy Twink, maybe. Speaking of, Doomsucker down, taking down Boy Twink. That Omnic's getting sent to the scrapyard.
Ooh, Doom chasing that Yuzo, but Yuzo's getting out alive, it seems.
Fiend with that Discord orb applied, taking that extra damage.
Tex is not
Yuzu,
letting
hacked,
Yuzu
virus
falling down.
gone. And Tex right now
Tex
being
went
an
back on the
absolute
chase.
menace on this Sombra.
Just won't let up.
Maybe it's
It's
that
not
home
giving
field
anyone a
advantage.
break.
Maybe that's why he's gone with the Sombra here.
He's looking for his next target right now.
Boy
Eat,
Twink
falling to
in the turret
Cartoon.
mode on Bastion. Tex, one shot, taking low, not going down. Soda also low. Tex again dancing with death right now on that Sombra, but living to tell
5 minutes
the
on the
tale.
board.
5 minutes going into the second point Dorado. We do see a swap on the side of UWC. Juzu opting to go over to the Hanzo here. Maybe looking for some sonic arrows to cut off some pathways for Tex friend, or maybe even just those lucky invisible headshots. We've all been there before.
I like those. I like playing Hanzo into Sombra.
Overclock
feel-
gonna have that flux coming online soon. Boy Twink taking about 35 health worth of his own damage from his grenade. Yeah.
UWC
Twink
may
taking-
have advantage here with the high ground, but Ian dropping down.
Overclock
I was gonna
dropping
say,
low.
Ian's gonna have a
Rasp
hard time
coming
playing
out.
up there. Texan looking for another
Immortfield
opening.
putting in a lot of work, keeping Overclocked up right now. Gravitic Flux, Doomsucker, 1 HP, nearly going down to the Moira Ball. Flux coming out. Not finding a hold of value. Ian going down to the hands of Cartoon Blaze of all people. We love to see a bloodthirsty support. Speaking of! Blaze finding
Damn.
2.
Who gave the Zenata a gun? I thought he was a monk.
Yeah, whatever Zen is
Not
a
much of
monk
a
for,
pacifist
I am
anymore.
a believer.
Believer of blood and tears, it seems.
UWC looking like they're going to be set up on high ground with Tex, which EMP is about to be online. Amp Matrix, maybe just for good measure. End coming in deep with the
Oh.
Rampage. Soda going down, Doomsucker going down, Blaze going down as well. No chance for that Transcendence and no use to it either because of the Junker Queen ultimate. Juzu now
Somebody got a
switching over to
bandage. Everyone is
Cassidy.
bleeding.
This is the thing you have to question with the Zenyatta pick a little bit. With a Junker Queen being on the other side, how effective is the Transcendence going to prove to be? But
They might be paying for
EMP,
the trans, maybe just for the Discord and the added damage bonus.
EMP and Overclock available on the side of Fight Club.
Looks like Ian's starting the fight early up top in the house.
Ian
What is this,
getting
kind
hit
of
by
a
that rock.
church?
Textron going down to Juzu with a headshot. That's a big pick off. That basically gives the support some free roam, and this could just prove to be cleanup. Lamp coming out from Soda right now. Overclock dangerously low.
Doomsucker
That
sitting up there
astrophysicist
alone.
nearly getting sent to space, but instead Junker Queen getting sent packing instead. Cartoon Blaze going down at the hands of Juzu as well. That Transcendence still not proving to have any value right now whatsoever. Overclocked coming out here from Doomsucker.
Boychung being hacked during their ult. Going down to their own grenade.
Boy Twink, we hate to see it. That one will be in a highlights package. Big grenade flux coming out. Ian taken up, hacked, not allowed to play the game. Welcome to tanking in 2024. Transcendence coming out. Oh, look, not gonna be soon enough. Going down to the big Hindu grenade of Juzu. Doomsucker missing that rail shot. Cartoon Blaze falling at the hands of Juzu, and Juzu's wanting more. That gunslinger is thirsty. Someone get this man a beer.
Or a glass of water, maybe.
It still contains it, so I'm sure they'll be happy. So they're going to go and take high ground. Amplification Matrix almost online here.
Tech's looking for a good opening for the EMP.
Yeah, we still have not seen an EMP come out at all. Hack onto Ian. Virus. Discord orb applied. EMP comes out.
There is EMP.
All 5. 3 seconds. No abilities for the side of UWC. Boytwink, 1 HP. Here comes the rampage from Ian again. Boytwink falling to Doomsucker. Ian picking up 2. Brownie Star getting herself on the board as well. And that is another clean team kill for the UWC. With basically only a Junker Queen ultimate required to do it. EMP now offline on the side of Fight Club. Overclocked, gonna make the switch over to the D.Va. Maybe to try and contest this Bastion on high ground a little bit would be my bet.
Yeah, there's definitely a strong pick there on this point. You're going on a backline high ground again.
Deadeye
Trying to flip the
online
map
for
on them, maybe.
Brownie on the verge of that coalescence. Window for Soda available as well.
Texture and doing parkour on the windows.
Window comes out from Soda. Juzu, first one to fall at the hands of the rail. Soda taking down Snowl as well. Eend still very much alive and kicking. Doomsucker absolutely 1 HP. Misses the carnage. Cartoon Blaze taking him down. Overclock finishing out Boy Twink.
Barney's the last alive of their team.
Coalescence goes
Trying to
down.
stay alive.
Snow looking to be that Reddit Lucio, potentially going for a last minute contest, but
let's see what the Hydun can do.
Juzu dies on the count last minute. Still no Deadeye out from Juzu either. Not really a good opportunity to use it, and going to be even more difficult with a Sombra and a D.Va on the field. Texren hacking the Mega, taking that offline. Blaze finding a big pick onto Brownie with a Zenyatta headshot. Again, that bloodthirsty support, man. You got to be careful. Boy Twink trying to scout out Texren as best he not realizing that he's just down the corridor from him. Big wall comes out. Boy Twink in the 1v1 with Overclock. Has to drop down, use the ice block. Nearly dies to the Blaze's volley that comes from around the corner. Juzu, 1 HP. Gets taken down by Overclock. That's a good coordinated dive. Here comes the Overclock, the Doomsucker Overclock on high ground, uncontested. Finds Snow. Finds Eend as well, and Fight Club on the verge of map completion here on Dorado.
They pick up their momentum once again, it seems.
D.Va Bomb online, but you're going to see Junker Queen come out with ult available. Here's the Deadeye from Juzu, no luck. Eaten up by the D.Va Defense Matrix, Juzu going to drop. Sound Barrier out from Snow, doesn't quite get interrupted by the hack, fortunately enough for them. D.Va Bomb coming out here from Overclock, no pickoffs. Eend going in deep with the Rampage. Cartoon Blaze falling, Texture falling, Fight Club going down right when the cookie starts to crumble right at the very end, and it looks as though they're going to fall just short of a full map completion.
Great push, but didn't get the last checkpoint.
Well, UWC have their win condition. Full cap, go 2-1 up.
I would have definitely expected more Symmetra TPs on this map. Getting a whole team up on that high one is really valuable.
I'm surprised we didn't see Fight Club maybe bring something like that out to the table. Especially on the second point.
UWC on attack.
I would maybe predict the Symmetra here from Juzu. And it looks as
Seems
though
they
it's what we're
are.
gonna see.
Tech
a-
still on the Sombra and doing
And a
something over to
very
Ash.
different, yeah,
and
very
the
different
monkey.
look here from Fight Club. Ash Sombra with the Winston Ana Zenyatta.
I gotta say, normally I like the Winston pick here, but against this Metro Queen and Reaper, it's gonna be hurting.
Yeah, that
Don't think that monkey
Overclocked
will
is going to
hold
have to
on.
be very, very careful with who he jumps onto here, and he hasn't even really got that great of a dive target on like the entire side of UWC. Reaper and Queen can
Yeah.
win the duel against him, Moira and Lucio can get away, and Sim can just as well duel him or get away. Overclocked is going to have his work cut out for him here playing Winston, but let's see what he can make work.
Ian throwing that knife like a boomerang.
The Metro
First TP
TP
up on high
coming
ground.
out. Looks as though
Bit of a
only Ian was the
delay
one
there.
opting to take it. Out comes out. Bubble is down right now for Overclock. He might get punished for this dive. Just about going to get away with his life, much thanks to the support of his, well, support. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, it's support, not healer.
Because they don't heal.
He's going to fall
Right.
at the hands of Overclocked, and Overclocked so far playing well on this Winston, especially barring, you know, the fact of, oh, well, Ian clearly clearly he's got something up his sleeve. The Roadhog coming out. Now Overclocked, what are you really made of? Boytwink going for the TP, immediately getting pressured out. Teleporter coming out. Ian going up to high ground. Doesn't quite connect on the hook. Gonna just walk forward because he's a Roadhog, and who's gonna stop him? Snell, first one to fall, but there is a big man in your backline, and Doomsucker just found out firsthand!
Seems like it's all in wanted a little pig and then dropping back down.
Ian
Not a
getting hard
monkey.
pressured right now. Textran gets hooked at 1 HP, goes down. Overclock, currently nano boosted. Has the Primal Rage available. Primal, gonna
Overclock is
come out.
really overclocked now. And juggle that
Overclock
little
just
Lucio.
ripping people apart in the backline. This Lucio is not having fun right now.
Still managing to get out that life though. Not too bad there.
But while all this has been happening, while Overclocked has been in the backline, having a 1v1 with Snarl, it seems like, it looks as though UWC have just been walking the cart, but they're going to get punished for it. Eend and Brownie falling at the hands of Soda and Blaze, respectively. And this is going to be a good little bit of cleanup and some stagger here.
But maybe not, they can take
Very
this battle
nearly going
behind
down.
the bridge instead of in front of it. I would say they should TP through the bridge now under it and get on
Yeah.
point.
Opting for the high ground again. Doomsucker getting hooked by Eend. Eend finding huge value out of this Roadhog right now, it has to be said. Blaze absolutely one shot. No one's going to quite pick him up. Gets the Transcendence out but gets hooked. EMP comes out from Textran. Can they get any punish from it? No, Tex goes down, but the Transcendence wasn't quite on him. He wasn't feeling that tranquility.
Okay, last one
And I
alive.
think it's just Overclocked who's left. On the verge of that Primal. Don't think he's going to quite get it before going down. And this Roadhog pick from Ian seems as though it's doing wonders right now. Bob gonna come out
missing
for
the
the
point for
contest.
them.
Ian's gonna
Ian
use the
says
whole
no to
hog and
that,
just send
pushing
him to
him away.
Narnia and beyond. Texren, one shot on the cart, goes down. Overclock there with the Primal. Sound barrier coming out from Snow. Hook onto Doomsucker, doesn't quite go down. That Harmony Orb just about keeping him up. Overclock, the only one on the cart. Nano out onto him from Soda. Boytwink still has this Death Blossom in the back pocket. Keep an eye on that. Soda going down. Blaze getting pressured out by Eend right now. Absolutely one shot goes down. And I think this may be a war of attrition that UWC are just gonna come out on top of.
They invested a lot in that hold. They almost got it, but just barely managing to fail. Doomsucker may be staggered here. If they're not careful.
We're gonna see a changeover on the Fight Club side. Diva coming out again. Oh,
Trying to face
you
that
hate to see it. That pesky Sombra basically saving Doomsucker's life right there, and I think Eend is gonna get punished for this, and he is.